Don't you just love it when you can't stick to something you already said? Today is July what? July 29th. We're almost at the end of the month. First of all, I did participate in Camp NaNoWriMo this month, but I don't know. I don't know. It's been this year and my mental health. I quit. And when I say I quit, I mean, come on, man. You can't. I mean, I understand it's a part of my life. I have bipolar disorder. I have complex PTSD. Stuff's gonna happen. But it's like, come on, man. You can't be the boss of me all the time. This is freaking ridiculous. It's been all year. And I mean, I don't mean like it's been every single day. You know, I have cycles, but the cycles have been like worse than the previous years. Like they're longer. Oh Lord, it's just, and this is important because it affects, first of all, just any feeling of actually wanting to do anything ever, including things I love, such as reading. So that is very important. And I did mention Camp NaNoWriMo. I participated in April and I didn't have much of a problem. But July, Camp NaNoWriMo, I just didn't do well. I did some pages, but the motivation, that's what it is. The depression can seriously mess with your motivation, and it exacerbates any insecurity. It just exacerbates everything. But it also can mess with the stuff that you love to do as forms of where is her head? Oh. See, now do you understand why I used to always start the videos by saying that I was sitting with carcasses this is why, because they just look at that. Looks dead. But it messes the depression can mess with the stuff that you like to do. And I've had a hard time reading this whole year. If you checked my Goodreads, you would see that I obviously am reading something. You know, I haven't gone through the whole year without reading. But if you also check previous years, you'll notice like, wow, she really read a lot in 2015 or whatever it was. Because of my lack of motivation, my lack of energy, my concentration's bad, as you can see, I had to drop the book that I just said I was reading. Which is why I said, don't you love it when you can't stick to something that you said you were going to do? Which was that New Boy book. And I admittedly was kind of turned off. I should not have read The Dust Jacket, because I think if I didn't read The Dust Jacket, I would have been fine. But unfortunately, because I already read that like it takes place on a playground and with a bunch of 11-year-olds, and then I found out that it takes place in the course of one day, I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work. So that kind of put me in a weird, I am not looking forward to this mood. And I only read about 30 pages of it, but I didn't plan to abandon it. I did legitimately plan to read it, and the first 30-40 pages, however I read, was going fine. There's nothing I can point out that was really wrong. However, I had to put it to the side because of the sudden realization that I have 5 arcs. Which is this. Change is the only constant. And they seem to all be coming out in October, and that is about to be here. You'd be surprised. I cannot put off. Every time I'm like, oh, I'll start reading this arc tomorrow, then I'm like rushing it a week before the book comes out. This is a book that comes out October 8th, 2019. Who Says You're Dead? Medical and Ethical Dilemmas for the Curious and Concerned by Jacob M. Appel, MD. And this was a book that I won from a Goodreads giveaway. See, there's the letter. You don't always get letters like that for Goodreads giveaways. Sometimes you do them. But there's that. And then this is the last one that I'm so happy. Okay. So not only do I not remember requesting a copy of this arc, I don't even remember having the knowledge that this was coming out. So when I opened this, I wish I would have opened it on camera because I could not react a reaction like that. But the reason why I haven't been opening anything on camera is because I've been dealing with my stupid depression for so long that I'm like, yeah, I'll probably not make another video, so I can't wait. Like, I don't know. I should have recorded it anyway, but I didn't think it was going to be something so cool. So, the book that I got, which is also coming out in October, probably October 8th, is A Dog's Promise by W. Bruce Cameron. I'm like losing my mind over this one. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my god, this book. Yeah, I had got like a chill when I pulled it out because at first, because like I said, I somehow forgot that this was coming out. When I pulled it out, I just like the first thing I saw was the name, and I saw this, and it didn't sink in that I didn't recognize this title. So I'm like, oh, okay, I got a copy of one of these Dog's Purpose. I don't know, and then it sunk in like I don't recognize it. And then it sunk in, and then I had to turn it over and see the date of release, the month of release, to realize that this was brand new. I haven't gotten a chance to read A Dog's Journey though. I've read A Dog's Purpose. I haven't read A Dog's Journey. I've read A Dog's Purpose and I've seen the movie. I have not read A Dog's Journey, nor have I seen the movie. I'm probably just gonna buy a used copy of that book because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my own copy. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get it from the library. Hopefully I can get my hands on it, but because it's the same dog through all the books, just reincarnated, so I obviously don't want to miss part of the story there. And I'm probably just gonna start reading this now because it's a book about math, and it might take me longer to read this, and I might, and even though it's a relatively small book, it might take me a while to read this because even though it was interesting, it seemed interesting when I requested it, it seems less interesting now, and so I probably will start on this just to ensure that it's finished by October because I don't trust my mood at all. Don't trust it. I have to have it all planned. But we'll see. I think everything will be okay. So I did return New Boy back to the library. The truth of the matter is, I could have easily have been finished with it by now. Besides the fact that my depression started kicking in, I also literally just wanted a couple days of just mindless video game playing. I just wanted to sit in front of the TV and play video games, something I have not done in a very long time. Wanted to do that video game binge, and then I was going to go back to being, go back to reading books. So that New Boy book did not have a spot in there. So I was like, I'm just going to return it. Hands, 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 hands. This way people who don't know me that well think I'm angry or just really like upset because hand thing, it has nothing to do with emotions at all. I wish it did. That'd be more simple. Okay, so that's it. I think. Hold on. Shoot. Find out if it's over. Okay. So that, good Lord. That is it for now. Hopefully you'll hear from me before the summer is over. All right. Have a good week. Happy reading. Bye. I didn't mean to close up the whole thing. And oh, okay. I because I want to continue because I want to because I want to have that continuity of